Hey all. Good morning, commune education revolutionaries. This morning I have a really important message for you, and it starts with a story that started a little over a year ago and continued right up until now with me looking at some photographs yesterday. So, just over a year ago in Non Speakers Homeschool Support, we had a call about parental trauma, and April Bowden led us in this discussion. And something stopped me in my tracks on that call because I've never really thought of my journey with my family or with Carter as traumatic. And what she said is that distraction is a trauma response. Oof, that really hit me like right in the gut. And I had a really powerful realization that that is one of the strategies I have used to deal with the trauma of being a parent of a non speaker. Other things I have done is suppression, denial, compartmentalization, and even using positivity to cope with what it means to be Carter's parent. And so maybe you can relate to some of that, right? Like, I actually thought I didn't have trauma. I thought, my life isn't as bad as other people. Like, I would always just try to be positive, look on the future. So, why is this important? Well, it's important because if we have unaddressed trauma, if we are denying our trauma, then we aren't functioning at the highest level we can. And so, healing is never optional. It's not optional. As parents of non speakers, it's crucial that we are thriving, that we're not just surviving. And so, we need to really be honest about our feelings and about our experience. So just yesterday, I actually did some more work on this because this is an ongoing process. It's not something you just do one time. Yesterday, I took time to look at old photographs because there's a project I want to do that's just for me. It's just for me and Carter. I want to make this scrapbook with this beautiful journal that actually a friend gifted me about like kind of big moments and milestones in his journey. And so I'm looking through photographs and I just started crying. I was just looking at these photographs of Carter doing different things when he was a toddler and preschool age that I remembered, but looking at the pictures is a particularly powerful punch. And I've known for a long time that I avoided looking at pictures of Carter during this time frame when he would have been diagnosed if we had taken him and we didn't. And it was happy tears yesterday. It was sad and it was happy. It was very bittersweet because I saw things that I didn't recognize in the past. I saw him, lining up these cards around him, alphabetical order, and looking at books intently. So many pictures of him. He was obsessed with books. And so it was very healing for me to look back with happiness on these pictures. I still feel sad, but to be able to have that moment and recognize, oh my gosh, this little boy was brilliant back then and he's still brilliant. So why is this important? Again, it's important for us as caregivers, and I want to talk about the primacy of caregivers. Now, when I say primacy, we usually think that means more important. I'm not talking about caregivers being more important or our trauma being more important than our children's trauma. That's not what I mean by that. Obviously, our children's trauma is greater than we can imagine, way greater than ours. But what I mean is that if we don't deal with our trauma, then our children aren't going to be able to. If we don't believe in them, then they don't have someone cheering them on. So, what has to happen first, I'm literally talking about what has to happen first in order, and that this is a prerequisite before our children are able to get the help that they need to move forward on their education and on their, not just their education, their communication journeys. So, what I want you to know is that Non Speakers Homeschool Support is the place for parents, caregivers, communication partners to gather, stay inspired, and never give up on our children. We're doing this really hard, really important work every single month. So tonight we have a very special call with Elizabeth Bonker, who is a non-speaker. She is our first non-speaking guest speaker, which I know sounds like an oxymoron, but you know what I mean. She's coming, she's presenting to us directly, and then she's answering our members' questions. This is one way that we are keeping our members hopeful and inspired by having these guest speakers that are just incredible humans and that have been on this journey for a lot longer than us and have so much knowledge and experience to share with us, wisdom. This is about more than more than just one call, though. Yes, this call is going to be amazing. The recording is available for all members. So going forward, if you're watching this in the future, you will have access to this call if you're in our community. A reminder, you do not need to be homeschooling to join non-speakers homeschool support, because look it, we're addressing parent trauma. We're addressing motivation. We're addressing spelling. All of these things are things that all of our families need if you're on this journey with letterboards and spelling and typing to communicate. Listen, whether you homeschool or not, your child's trajectory is changed once you have this information. Whether you choose to homeschool or not, you know that you want their education to be transformed. Now, April Bode and I are huge proponents of homeschooling. We both homeschooled our children, and this is like our beacon. It's our light. We're like lighthouses. Like, if you want to homeschool, come to us. We know how to help you. But again, what we're doing is helping so many families whose children are adults. They're past high school age, right? Or who are thinking about homeschooling, but they're not quite there yet. They still reap so much reward from being in our community, because our community, again, is this place where we gather, and we gather our resources, we gather our knowledge, we gather our energy. And if there's ever a time, every month we share our challenges. If we're feeling very challenged and we're depleted on energy, we're tired, our kid isn't sleeping, it's a place for us to share and be rejuvenated and to know that nothing lasts forever. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing tonight. I hope you join us. I'll drop the link in the comments. I cannot wait to see you on this call. And again, remember, the recording is available. Elizabeth is going to be incredible tonight. You are important as your child's caregiver, parent, as their communication partner. You matter, and you need to take care of yourself. You need to address repressed feelings or experiences. You can't just keep pushing it under the rug and expect your child to thrive. Our children, our non-speakers are telling us over and over, you need to be calm, you need to take care of yourself. And this is them telling us. I think I should go because this is getting long, but I just love you all so much, and I can't wait to have you in our community. The community is growing and thriving, and it's a great place to be. I'm Susan May, and I'm inviting you to join the revolutions. Homeschool your non-speaker.